Hello, and peace be upon you. It's Saturday, May the 23rd, and as we prepare for worship tomorrow, for the sake and safety of those who would worship with us, we're continuing to worship electronically only. St. Louis County is phasing back into economic activity, and the president has curiously ordered houses of worship to reopen, but our Restart Committee has not finished formulating our own phased plan of return to normalcy. Over the next few weeks, however, we do expect to be developing practices and policies that will enable some restoration of activity at the church building. Tomorrow morning, as we did last week, worship will be conducted on Zoom at 10 a.m. It will also be live streamed on our YouTube channel. Instructions for how to connect can be found below this announcement. If you're unable to join us at 10 a.m., a recording of the morning worship will be viewable at the live tab on our YouTube channel. Got a very loud robin behind me right now. An edited version of the worship service without gaffes or gaps or An edited version of the worship service without gaffes or gaps or streamed video that we're not allowed to present recorded, like tomorrow morning's anthem by the Brigham Young University Vocal Point a cappella group, will appear later in the day and be available thereafter. We did very well last Sunday with muted microphones. When you sign into Zoom, your microphone is muted. Please do not turn it on during the worship service unless you're directed to do so. Zoom's chat feature allows those of you who are there to greet one another with text or send group and private messages and to make prayer requests. But having the microphone off reduces the amount of, shall we say, randomness that can occur in the worship service. And it's kind of unpredictable already. So thank you. This week's worship has been prepared by our student ministers, Tracy Harris and Merriman Boyd. Eden Seminary concluded its academic year last week, and this will be their last appearance in that role during our program year. Merriman is a church member, and so he will continue to be with us every week, and Tracy has another month or so to go before she gets a new assignment as pastoral staff somewhere, but this is it for their student ministry. Music director Leon Burke will provide meditative music and accompaniment for our hymns, and those portions have been recorded by Ian Didrikson. Side note, in a recent Covenant News article, Leon invited anyone with the desire and the confidence to do so to join him and lead hymn singing. Well, Ian had the desire and the confidence, and although there may not be quite the polish of some of our soloists in his performance, he impressed us worship leaders by being the first non-choir member to take up Leon's invitation and doing so in a yeoman's fashion. Thank you, Ian. For this Sunday of the Memorial Day weekend, which also marks the end of the academic year for the Webster Grove School District, I'll be talking with children and youth in the Not for Children Only portion of the service about their feelings as we enter the summer season. As Tracy and Merriman will be pointing out in their messages of the day, we have a lot of transition that's happening, and in some new and strange ways. And we'll say a prayer for Marshall Brooks on Memorial Day. Marshall is one of those who served our country and have died, and he was a 97-year-old World War II veteran and a member of our congregation who passed away a week and a half ago. He was also a teacher and school administrator, and he was my principal when I was a student in 7th grade. There's a new Sunday school curriculum for families with young children that I mentioned last week. It's called Family Sunday School, and its creators at Spark House Media have come up with some wonderful lessons and activities and songs that all fit with the weekly Bible readings that we use in worship. This week's lesson is about Christ's Ascension, which was celebrated on Thursday and which we observed last Sunday. I love the activity for this week, Befitting Ascension. It's completed on the ceiling. The first Sunday school lesson I've ever known, which actually requires a ladder. A link to Family Sunday School is provided below. Youth and parents, please remember that Youth Minister Eric Falconer conducts his Sunday school class for grades 6 through 12 on Zoom every Sunday morning at 11. And as I've been speaking of transitions, you may want to note that next Sunday will be his last day on staff as our youth minister. Please, dear ones, continue to observe practices that will keep you and the people around you safe from infection with the coronavirus, maintaining a distance between yourself and the next person of at least 6 feet, wearing a face mask when out in public, and washing your hands frequently and thoroughly for at least the length of time it takes to sing the doxology. If you have some need that you yourself cannot answer for yourself because of health concerns and you want assistance, please let me know. There are brave volunteers at the ready now to assist you with shopping or meals. Call the church office at 314-962-0475. I'm at extension 11, and I check my messages regularly if I'm not there when you call. If you need someone to talk to because you're lonely or unsettled, or you've hit a rough patch, or if you'd just like to talk, my mobile number is included below. You can call me or text me there. I promise I'll answer. If it's a call and I can't answer right away, you'll get my voicemail, and I'll call back as soon as I'm free. You are not alone. We are all in this together, and God is with us too. As I say each week at the end of these announcements, please remember that even without people gathering inside its building, the church still operates and needs your support. So, as you find yourself able, and I've been hearing from some of you and through the grapevine just how challenging this time is being for some of us. So if donating for you isn't possible right now, that's okay. But here's the reminder. You can put a check in the mail or take advantage of the Breeze networking app. Those instructions are included below as well. That's all until tomorrow. Thanks for your time. And again, stay safe, stay home if you can, but keep your distance otherwise. Wash your hands, wear your masks, pray, be well, and peace be upon you.